Good evening, Soldier Boy here, and welcome back to Egypt, and welcome back to Assassin's Creed Origins, The Curse of the Pharaohs, for livestream number 5. Now, it's a bit of a difference, since yesterday we was in England with Valhalla, and today we're back in Egypt with Origins, but we completed the festival. If you missed the livestream yesterday, the short 2-hour one we did in the evening, we completed the new festival in Valhalla. And knowing we haven't got much more to do in Origins, I thought let's get it done tonight. So that is the plan. The main quest is done. I think we currently have one side quest and some clearing and trophies. That is it. There is not much more than that. So it's a good chance to just have a chat, chill out. We can finish off what we need to finish off, and then we start talking about next week and what's coming next, which is the bit that has me a little bit worried, mainly because of timing of things. Everything is kind of happening around the same kind of time, which is going to make my life very difficult, just in terms of what we play and when. I will put a little poll up shortly about what we think we want to do tomorrow evening, and we'll kind of make a decision, hopefully between all of us. I've got an idea of what I think you're going to vote for, but I don't know, so we shall see. If there is anyone in chat, I currently can't read it for a second just while I do the YouTube side, but I'm just about done. We are done. We're good to go. Thank you for the like, whoever that was, much appreciated. So, tonight we finished Curse of the Pharaohs. That is the aim. Good evening, Kathy. How are you? So, I was considering what we do tomorrow night, because the evening streams are only a couple of hours. So, I thought we can either do a couple of things. I'm liking the fact I can use the poll. I think it works really well. No, wrong button. Add a third option. Okay, there we go. Poll is up. Basically, it's what will we stream tomorrow evening. I've got a massive feeling we're going to have this finished this evening. I can't see how we won't now, considering what's left to do. So because of that, and because the festival's done, to be fair, I probably should have added to that poll and said mastery challenges. I don't think I can add to it now. No, I can't. Unfortunately, I can't add to it, otherwise I would have added to it and put mastery challenges, but I should have put that on. But yeah, I'm just thinking, we've got to think about the next couple of weeks. We've got roughly just under 2 weeks until Siege of Paris is out. We have got the War for Wakanda coming out about 5 days after Paris, for Marvel Avengers. But we need something to fill that gap. And I was considering the mastery challenges for Valhalla still need to be finished. But do we want to start something new tomorrow night, like Assassin's Creed 3, and then we can do the mastery challenges during the week, in an evening stream? I'm kind of all up in the air really. What I actually want, what we should be doing. Just because everything's out roughly around the same time, which is what is making life a little bit difficult at this point. And we're kind of finishing off one thing as other stuff is coming out, but we've got a little bit of a delay in terms of when stuff is coming. So it's filling that time, filling that void, and just trying to keep ourselves entertained. Although we've got a long list of games to play, but I don't want to get too far. Do evening streams of mastery. See, that's what I was thinking during the week. I think if we want to start Assassin's Creed 3, an evening stream is a good stream to start it on, because it's a couple of hours to get into it, and then daytime streams next week can be Assassin's Creed 3, and then the evening streams we could look at not Mass Effect. We can look at. I've lost my train of thought already. I'm doing really well. We can look at mastery challenges in the evening for them a couple of hours. But I just wondered if people wanted to see something new tomorrow night. On the basis we get Origins finished. Good evening, Lisa. How are you? Yes, I am expecting it. Based on story, I think we should. Because we have completed the story. The main quest line is done. We have one side quest to do. I believe everything else is done. And we'll start with the side quest now. And then it should be a simple case of clearing. The only thing we haven't done is obviously a couple of trophies. And we haven't even been to the Wazet Desert yet. But yeah, I think I'd be surprised if we don't. Now, I do need to remember, this isn't Valhalla like it was last night. So I need to remember the buttons are different. But I hope everyone's having a good day. Hope everyone's had a nice Friday. But yeah, it's just I just thought I'd do a little poll. What do people want to do tomorrow evening? We can look at Valhalla Master Challenge. I know I didn't add it as an option. Do we want to start Assassin's Creed 3 ready for next week? Do we want to do Marvel Avengers? Do we want to look at something else? We've got a massive list of things we want to do. So I'm getting ahead of myself a little bit maybe in terms of banking on the fact we'll finish this tonight. The other thing I've just recently learned, and there is no official confirmation, but the new Horizon Zero Dawn Forbidden West has been delayed until start of 2022. I was reading that just before we come on tonight.
No! My nets! You have ruined my livelihood! Will no one give me justice?
Another troublemaker.
Pay for the damage, Neb, or face the cells.
Okay, the soldiers... Are they trying to say we killed the net? We damaged the nets? I kind of lost track of... I just heard loads of shouting. I wonder what was going on then. Right, okay. Speak to the fisherman.
Please, it is not what you think. Please.
Yeah, it does seem legit. It does seem true.
Extorting travelers on the
Oh,
road.
so the guy who gave us the mission
So it is what you
was saying that his
But I am as much a victim as
nets
the
were being
merchants.
damaged,
How so?
but it's a way
A
of
ratty little thief like you.
coaxing people there to be robbed.
The steward is to blame. He holds my family captive, threatened to kill them if I did not go along with his scheme.
Your family.
So his family's being held by the steward.
Lord Furface is all the family I have.
His cat.
Most pay without a fuss. Those that do not, the guards convince. And the steward takes all.
So the steward is
I do
holding
not
his
want
cat
to see you
hostage.
here again.
No, no, you will not. A man can always get a new cat.
He's giving up his cat. Has he
Puts
seriously?
his head in a lion's mouth. I must find him first.
So we actually do have to go and visit the steward. Oh, some of these quests, the sense of humour is brilliant. I don't mind the delay though. Yeah, I'm not worried about the delay. I know that you'll have the usual people kicking off over it, but the delays, I think some of it is because obviously it wasn't originally meant to be out on PS4. It was meant to be only PS5. But because obviously the lack of PS5s in the wild, they've done the best thing business-wise and said it'll be for everyone. But that does take a little bit of time to sort out. And I'd rather we get a complete, finished game than them rush it because people kick off and moan. So I think any delay can only be a good thing rather than a bad thing. I think some people take delays as a bad thing when they're not. If you want a really good game out of it, you've got to wait for the delay. Delays are generally a good thing. We're only going to make the game better. There is treasure in here. Which is why we are a little looking upstairs. I will assassinate. I wasn't going to be fair. I was just going to go in and grab the treasure. But we did it. So this is a question mark cleared. As I say, this is the last mission we have. I didn't see there was a window we could have broken through, to be fair. This is the last quest we have. After this, there is nothing. It's just clearing. And trophies.
I turned a blind eye to his corruption because he let me be, but this is murder.
Why would they do this? He was no threat.
So this is the merchant. This is your doing, meddler. This man is dead because you meddled in affairs that do not concern you. I will face you at the shipyard if you have the balls to try and gun for me. So we're being threatened by the stewards. If you have the balls...
This man was murdered as a warning to me.
So the steward has murdered him as a warning to us. And he's basically saying, look, do we have the balls to go and face him? I don't think the steward knows who we are. Because would you really threaten Bayek? I don't think he's done. I know I certainly wouldn't. It's not... But there we go. You get these people. Right, so we'll clear this camp at the same time. Unless something else cleared. But yeah, looking at the map, there isn't much to do. Mostly it's going to be in the Wazet Desert, the things we haven't done. As I say, this is the last quest, unless anything new comes up, this will be it. Where's the steward? Steward is there, so we'll do the camp at the same time. No, we just killed a merchant for just as a message to us. So obviously Bayek is now going to be a little bit annoyed. It's not really the way to taunt Bayek, I wouldn't have said. Although we haven't really seen him. I take that back. I was about to say we haven't really seen him lose his temper, but actually we have. On a few occasions, when it's concerned his family, we have seen him lose his temper. But generally it's regarding his family more than anything else. And normally it's been deserved. He is the kind of person that doesn't obviously like people being used or abused. He always looks out for the smaller person. Why can't I take... I was going to say I should have been able to take him out. Right, there is treasure on the boat, which is what I'm aiming for. We can take that out. We know that's done. Why can't I take him out in a headshot? I'm trying to be sneaky a little bit. I don't want to obviously start a massive fight for no reason. Okay, that is the treasure. So the only thing left to do here is the captain and the steward who has decided to taunt us. You're going to climb up? No? Okay. We can't climb up there, so...
Hey. What are you doing here?
Couldn't assassinate. My aim was to assassinate, to be fair, before he came to us.
Hey.
I don't think we actually got away with that. More than I was expecting. So, captain, which he is somewhere. Where's my captain? Please tell me the captain doesn't run off again. We've had this a couple of times where captains have... Cover your escape. We have had this a few times where captains have decided to go missing on us. Unless it's the guy, unless the captain is the steward. Very first scene comes to mind. Point sleeping girl, everyone who was there that day in Siwa, mask, knife, face, smash. Yeah, but there was always a family-based reason for it. He's never lost his temper for no reason. My original point was that killing a merchant wasn't really going to faze Bayek. He's still going to come and get you. And then I really thought about it and thought, well, actually, no, that goes against the whole story so far. To be fair. That was a silly shot. Okay. We're all good for the minute. Let's coax the steward out. The steward is now running away, I think. He is running away with his men. Considering he wanted us to come here. Hello, Mr. Steward. Right, Steward's dead. He was a bit soft, to be honest. We do need to confirm the kill. I missed. Don't go and light the flame. Right, you're down as well. Cool. Let's confirm it. Mission then's complete. The only thing I haven't got is the captain.
His father's ring. Perhaps if ever I venture into his afterlife, I can return it.
Ah, we have to go back into the afterlife then to return the ring. But that's easily done. It's just a continuation of the quest. So we can do that at any point. That's not an issue. I've been seen by someone. I don't know who. Someone has seen me. My biggest concern at the minute is we need to kill the captain. And I can't see a captain anywhere. And we have had this previously. It does create an issue. I think I've lost the captain. It may fix itself if we go to the afterlife and come back, to be honest. So that might be something we may have to do. I'm just going to double check I can't see him nearby. I swear there was one in here when we first got here. And then he seemed to disappear. Unless I'm being really blind. But I was sure there was one here when we first got here. I don't think he's here now. Because I thought I'd marked him up. Oh, he's there. I see him. He's outside. I don't know what he's doing. He's gone for a walk. Not sure why he's gone for a walk, but he's gone for a walk.
Stop him!
So, you know, they don't need me today. I'll take a day off. Right, perfect. Shipyard is now cleared. It's always weird when the captains disappear. You kind of think, where have they disappeared to? Okay, so we do need to go to the afterlife just to finish off that quest, which is not an issue. What we'll do... What have we got? We've got a couple of question marks down south. There's a little fortress here, a barracks, and a question mark. And if we head up the coast, there's another couple of question marks. I think the main town is done. Yeah, Thebes is done. There's nothing in Thebes. And where the tombs are, there is one question mark there. So, oh, and we've got a little barracks over, a Nile outpost, and another one there as well, Nile Wharf. So what I'm thinking, if we go to here first, and then we'll ride back down, clear these two. I basically want to clear the map, other than the Wazat Desert, then we'll head to the afterlife, then we'll come back, and finish off the Wazat Desert, is my thinking, unless anyone else has an idea to do it otherwise. I'm all ears, I don't mind which way we do it. Trophy wise, I actually haven't looked to see what we need to do. I think we'll leave that till afterwards. But yeah, I'd be very surprised if we haven't got this done tonight. So what do you guys think about tomorrow evening then? Do you want to see Assassin's Creed 3 as something a bit different? It's going back in time with the Assassin's Creed franchise massively. But it is definitely different to obviously the RPG era. What have we got here? Where's a... I don't know what this question mark is, to be fair. Like I say, there's Marvel Avengers, there's Mastery Challenges of Valhalla, or there's something else. People want to see something else. Right, it's a necropolis, but they're all outside. And it's just treasure. I think it's just the one treasure.
And now.
I know we're not allowed in. It's all good, don't worry. Any more? I think the biggest thing that I'm gonna, when we finish this, is gonna be I think I'm gonna miss the combat. The combat when you first start seems really different to normal. So it is very different to Odyssey. It is very different to Valhalla. But it definitely grows and gets better over time. It's one of those. It's a combat system that kind of surprised me of how much I'm enjoying it. As I say, when you first start and you've got a really poor sword, your shield isn't brilliant, and you're blocking a lot, you kind of think, okay, this is going to get a bit frustrating. Similar to how the combat was actually in Odyssey. At the start it was very slow, lots of blocking, lots of parrying. And as you get better weapons, it changes so much that the combat definitely grows. And it becomes a pleasure to fight, if you know what I mean. It's weird. I'm looking forward to doing a review and giving an honest opinion. Like I've said before, the gear system I think in Origins isn't as good as the system in Odyssey. Only because you don't... The heavy blunts, the spears... There's no point in using them, they're just not good enough to use. And I think that lets it down. Whereas in Odyssey everything was out of use and it made you want to try different weapons because they were all decent weapons to use. And considering Odyssey came out after Origins, you can definitely see the change. They made improvements that I think worked really well. Obviously, just my opinion. Right, so from here... Oh, hang on. What have I got here? Oh, I just saw something on my view. I think it's the viewpoint we haven't got in the Wazat Desert yet. I could see it just in the corner. I'm thinking, what's that? Okay. Probably not the place to ride through. I kind of deviated off the path there, more than I probably should have done. I'm waiting for him to throw me off. It was always going to happen. I was kind of pushing it a little bit. What did everyone think of the festival last night? Did people tried it themselves? Did you enjoyed it? What did you think? Obviously, the glitches we had were a little bit annoying. The flighting was interesting to say the least. I've heard of a lot of people having the issue with the flighting in terms of no sound. So at least it wasn't just us. How we did it, I have no idea. How we got it right, I have no idea. Mastery challenges tonight and Assassin's Creed for day streams. That's what you think, Kathy. Sounds good. What are we thinking for tomorrow night, though? That's the other question. You're not going to do the festival, are you not, Kathy? And like I said last night, at the end of the stream, if it wasn't for the streaming it and wanting to do everything the game has to offer, I wouldn't say it's worth it personally, unless you're really desperate for that one-handed sword. There definitely wasn't much there that I would get excited for. But then it's all a preview, isn't it? It's all leading to the siege of Paris. That's what it's all about. He was lucky. What, doing the flighting? We did get extremely lucky with the flighting, to be fair. I don't know how I managed to do it. It was pure luck. It wasn't anything else other than pure luck. Tomorrow night, a 2-hour stream. Yeah, tomorrow night's a 2-hour. Yeah, an evening stream's normally 2 to 2.5 hours. I just wondered if people wanted to see the start of Assassin's Creed 3 tomorrow evening for the ones that can't always join during the daytime. So at least you see the start of it. Or there is the only reason I'm thinking of delay of not doing the Mastery challenges tomorrow evening is because the festival's ongoing. We know there are a few issues technically with the game from what we experienced last night. I don't know if that's going to affect the Mastery challenges. So my other thinking was to give the Mastery challenges a couple of days to sort themselves out, just in case the issues with sound and things do affect the Mastery challenges. That was my thinking behind maybe not doing them straight tomorrow night. They may not be affected, but they also might be. And because they're hard enough, to lose sound and things isn't going to be brilliant. Right, where has the chief animal gone? The chief animal decided to run away when we got here. And now I can't see him. Why do these animals decide to run away from me? I did mark him up as well, but now he's done a runner. I cannot see the king animal. Where's he gone? There are proper crocodiles. Nest, you got the eggs on the riverbank. But I've lost the crocodile that we actually need to kill to clear the location. Where's he gone? He can't have gone that far, surely. Oh, he's there. He's come back. He went for a swim while I kind of took out everyone else and then decided to come back. Not much of a chief animal to run away. There we go. Location cleared. Sure, do Assassin's Creed 3. You've never played it. You've got it though, haven't you? Didn't you get it as part of Odyssey? Did you say, I can't remember who, I think it was you that said you've got it as well, didn't you? But just never played. I don't know if I have. I've always said I've played every Assassin's Creed game. But I don't know. That's the only one I'm unsure of at this point. Looking at the title and things, it's the only one I'm unsure of whether I've actually played before or not. And I think I have played every single one, but I may have been wrong. You do have it. Yeah, it's a... be interesting one to try. Not yet anyway. No, it's... like I say, I don't know that much about it, to be honest. I've not... I think it's one of the ones that gets quite a lot of criticism. I think. I could be completely wrong and talking complete rubbish, to be fair. But I'm pretty sure one of the earlier ones got a lot of criticism at the time for how it dealt with the story. You've got to think back then the story was very new. And people were used to Ezio at that time. So obviously the story, people didn't want to deviate. I think it was before the Ezio came out. And I think people were a little bit unhappy he didn't get another game before that one came out. Something along them lines, from what I remember. I could be talking complete rubbish though, to be honest. I'm pretty sure there was something like that and people kind of weren't happy. Right, like, that's location cleared. You like to see some gameplay? Absolutely, I'm more than happy to do it tomorrow night. As I say, I think we're going to finish this tonight. It looks increasingly likely. So we've done all this side now down here. We've got a question mark and a barracks over here, which we can fast travel to now. And then we've got a couple of question marks further north. These bits over here. We've got to go to the Afterlife for the rest of this side mission. And then I believe that's it. Other than the Wazet Desert. I don't know how much is in the Wazet Desert, which we'll find out shortly. While it loads in, just give me 2 seconds and I'll be back. Right, so what do we need to do here? We need to take out the barracks, which is 1 captain loot treasure. Sounds simple enough. And then question mark above. It's quite, sometimes it's nice getting to this point in the game because you can chill out, you can just chat away. You know it's all kind of done, story's done, you don't really have to concentrate as much, which is really nice. But every time we get close to this point of a game, I then start thinking, right, what's next? Got to do a review video. When I'm going to do that, what I'm going to say. So I don't just finish a game and that's it. I have to then, I consciously then start thinking, what's next? It's really weird. Not what I expected.
I should not be seen in this area.
Right, do a usual thing. Take out the alarm. Perfect.
Hey, what?
Someone kind of saw me. We'll take out this guy. Get a little bit wary of guards. There's a few. We do need to get underneath here. This guy was actually coming for me, but it was just kind of gone round on him. Right, so the captain's all the way over there. And we need to get inside here for the treasure. Doorway in is below us. I think I'm going to get seen the minute I try and go down. We've been seen anyway, so it's now not going to matter. I don't think anyone else has got involved currently though.
I'll kill you.
I think they have now.
I light the beacon.
You can light the beacon, but it's about to blow you up. Oh, come on, big guy. I could ignore the big guy because I'm actually nearly dying. That doesn't help. The big guy's going to go and light the beacon, which we've set an alarm on, so it's not a massive issue. So that sneaking around didn't really work, as always. There we go. There's the bang. Right, just captain to clear. He is just over here. I'm probably chancing him by running straight towards him, but we shall see. No, works really well. Surprisingly. You definitely get a lot more confident the further in a game you get, especially like to the point we are now. We wouldn't have ever thought about running in and just taking out a captain like that normally. You get to a point where you just think, I can do that. Okay, there is the next question mark up here, and then we're heading north. As I say, the Wazet Desert is probably going to be our biggest thing since we've not been there. Other than that, I mean, this may not even take us to the 2-hour stream. It may, we may actually get it done before. Which if we do, I apologise massively in advance. Right, hyenas are here. What we're going to do is take that one out, which we have. There we go. And I believe that is that done. So there's nothing else here. I am double checking. It's very easy to miss one of these little yellow question marks. I should really check trophies soon as well, so we don't miss anything. If we travel to here next, we've got 2 small question marks here, and then we need to head across the river, 2 camps, then we can finish off the story mission in the afterlife, and then we're nearly there. It feels like we're missing something, just because the story was so compact. Really good. It had a lot in it, but it was quite compact. And we left a lot of stuff just in case it involved story missions later. Turned out we didn't need to leave it, but at the time we didn't know. Right, let's have a look at the trophies. So we need to do... Oh, okay. So there are 3 trophies we need. We need to acquire Eternal Maw, use outside the afterlife. So I'm assuming that's a horse, and we need to acquire it for use outside the afterlife. I've got no idea how we do that. Considering we've completed the afterlife bit, bar this one mission. We've got to complete the 5 Serqet locations, which I believe there's one in the Wazet Desert that gaming told us about. And we still need to kill a mummy by setting it on fire. We've yet to see a single mummy. So the trophies may prove our downfall, just because we haven't seen much of what it wants us to do. Well, I can only assume this mission will enable us to bring the horse out of the afterlife. And that's only on the basis that we've had the horse in the afterlife, we've completed the afterlife missions. That seems to be the only thing left to do. And that's a complete guess. As far as the mummy goes, I've got no idea. I don't remember seeing a single mummy anywhere. So yeah, they're the things that probably could cause us a few issues in terms of trophies. But they may also just happen naturally just by clearing, I don't know. The Wazet Desert, hopefully, has got some secrets to tell us, because that's the only thing I can think of, really, that may give us the answers to some of those trophies. Right, our first of 2 question marks along this coastline. What is this one going to be? It's going to be... treasure. There is a hippo. Just one hippo. Which probably won't even see us by the time we get the treasure. There's a bit of loot down here. We don't really want for anything at this point. There's no resources we need. Yeah, there's nothing we really need at this point. Next question mark is straight ahead of us. And then the next one I think is in the middle island. I love these massive lily pads. I think they're amazing. Okay, what have we got here? Crocodile nest. Usual thing. Where's the chief? Chief crocodile is all over there. Aim for him. If the others join in, we'll deal with them. Always aim for the chief one first. Although he's not running towards me, strangely. He is now. Chief crocodile is down. Base location done. The animal locations, I think, if we were early on in the game, you spend your time get as much resources from as possible. This late in the game, we don't really need anything, so we don't really stay around. Right, let's just zoom in and just double check. We have cleared everything around this area now. Thieves, I believe, is fully done. There is nothing left. I think we are good. So if we head across, there's a question mark here. We've got 2 outposts and a question mark. And then we are into the afterlife once more. And then Wazat Desert. Progress so far has gone actually the way I expected. Normally when I say, I think we'll get this finished today, we then don't. We come across something that makes us take a little bit longer than expected. And we don't actually achieve what I set out to achieve. But I think it might actually go to plan tonight. To be honest, I didn't expect another Afterlife mission. So that's something to think about. Okay. This is just a treasure. All we need is a treasure. It's in the middle of these guys. They're definitely not mummies, so there's no point trying to set them on fire.
Best not to draw attention.
Cleared the location.
Hey, hold on.
Are you really going to come and join in as well? So that's the other question I've done. It's got to the point now, I've always said all the way through, that it's never been easy. We can always die. It's now gotten to that point where now we don't die, it is easy. So it looks like the village has been smashed to bits here for some reason. No, there's nothing mysterious here. I just wanted to know why it was all destroyed, really, more than anything else. I am curious to what we have to do in the afterlife. I know we've got to return the ring to the merchant. So he was killed as a message to us. Could that then give us the horse, maybe? Maybe I'm second guessing it a little bit, I don't know. Okay. Kill captain, loot 1 treasure. So as long as the captain hasn't done a runner, which he hasn't, the actual alarm is right where we are. That does make life a little bit easier, as we always take out the alarm. We've got into quite a nice rhythm, I must admit, for taking out camps. That's the only thing when you then change to a new game, is that rhythm has to change. No one saw me. It's all good. Obviously, Captain is in here. I would like to get to him without being seen, ideally. He's always back to us. That doesn't always help.
Idiot, what are you playing?
He's down. And treasure is here. Location cleared. As I say, we now have a very good pattern and technique for taking these places out. So there's a question mark. We may as well travel around. There's a question mark there, then we'll travel around to this Nile outpost. I'm kind of leaving the camp in the wrong direction. Camp is done. Rampaging animal. Let's help the civilians. Well, it's on our way to where we're going. There we go. Save the civilians. There's another rogue animal here. And we save the civilians once more. So unless anyone else has any other choices for tomorrow evening, I think we are going to settle on Assassin's Creed 3. It'd be interesting to see the gameplay and the story, really, because it's all pre what we know now. Be interesting to see how it all works. Right, I'm thinking this is going to be treasure more than a camp. And a guess is treasure indeed. Kind of get an eye for these things after a while. So we just need to take one treasure from here. Oh, I didn't see the guy who ran past. I had him to the camp when he saw me, I suppose. Where were you running away to? Not sure quite where he was going. Alright, treasure dump. So, we'll double check this after we've done this last outpost, but I'm pretty sure this is the last thing we need to do on the main map, bar the Wazat Desert that we haven't been to. I believe. We'll double check. So easy to miss one tiny thing. And there's no trophy involved, so we don't have to clear everything, but we always try and do everything as 100% playthrough. We try and do everything we can physically in the game. Okay, this is the next one to clear. I'm assuming one captain, one treasure, indeed it is. Small camps are always one captain, one treasure. Treasure is there. And where is my captain? I see the alarm. I cannot see my captain. Ah, he's over there. Since we've lost a few captains along the way at different times, it is always worrying when you can't see them. Okay. I haven't taken the alarm out this time. I should have done probably, to be fair. Because I've just been seen, I probably should have done. Well, I'm not overly that worried. Okay, in here should be our treasure. No one seems to be really chasing after me, which is strange. I did think they'd be more concerned with trying to find me. Okay, captain is just along here. I'm being a bit open, to be fair. We're not going in as we normally would as a real assassin. We are just rushing a little bit more than normal. Assassin's Creed 3 is about 16 hours. Well, yeah, I kind of expected it to be a shorter game based on the fact it's not an RPG. Because it's the old style of Assassin's Creed games. So I did think the story would be shorter. But in some ways, I think the non-RPG games are actually more difficult. Because things have to be done... I thought I could get out that way. To be done a certain way. You're replaying memories, aren't you? It's more... I'm trying to think when we last... It's a long time since I played one of the non-RPG ones, but you have to replay memories and certain things have to happen. If you kill a civilian, you're desynchronized immediately, even if it's accidental. They're a lot stricter, I think, than the RPG games. And like I say, they're definitely a lot shorter. The RPGs, when you're looking at... Oh, we've missed a question mark. How have we missed that? We can always go towards that when we do the Wazat Desert. We've got one there as well. We may even enter the Wazat Desert this way and then maybe finish that way. I didn't realise I'd missed one. But yeah, so they are shorter. 16 hours doesn't account for streaming, to be fair. When you're streaming, I generally add a good 10 hours on top. Mainly because we chat, we talk, we take our time. So I do normally add time on for that. I think we're done. By the Wazat Desert, we found we've missed a question mark here though, and one to the south, but I think we'll come in from the south and work our way through, hopefully. But before we do that, let us go to the Afterlife. So where do we need to go for the Afterlife? It says there. I can fast travel to the tomb of Tutankhamun. When he enters Aru... Okay, we've got to enter Aru. Now I don't know where Aru is. Let's see if I can have a look. Valley of the Kings. 97% is saying it's done. I didn't actually know you could see that. So, but Cine, the first DLC, doesn't give us a number. Egypt doesn't give us a number. Valley of the Kings actually tells us 97% done. Yeah, it does take long when you stream. Like I say, only because you talk. I don't know where I'm heading to. Can't zoom in or anything. Okay. We're going to head to Aru. Now, I don't know which one Aru is. If I view the Afterlife, it should tell us, shouldn't it? Yes, so Queen Nefertiti's Afterlife location is Aru. So actually, if I view Thebes, and we can fast travel to her tomb, I believe, and do it that way. Now we know it's Queen Nefertiti. But yeah, it's just talking, and people want to see something. You know, we're quite happy to show them whatever they're asking for. So it does take a little bit longer. So if it's saying 16 hours to complete, it depends also if you're platinum. If you're going to platinum it, which I'm assuming it has a platinum, not all games do, it's probably a little bit longer than that. But we'll see. Like I say, we got it for free as part of the season pass. It's an older Assassin's Creed game, so it's a different style, which is always good to do. Good comparison to the newer ones. So that's the plan for tomorrow evening by the looks of things. Alright, okay. So we now... I need a light, don't I? And I'm trying to remember which way we went in. Our tomb is here, and this is where we're heading through. Take my torch out. So this is our last, I believe our last side quest. I did think it ended previously, and then we found it's taken us to the Afterlife. This should be all clear because...
Do you steal from the dead, the gods?
Gorge on food.
Can you hear everyone talking?
Debauched?
Where the hooded eyes of lust.
But yeah, so we have cleared this previously, but we've had to come back for this side quest. I'm assuming there is nothing else here bar this side quest. It's strange that it gives us 97%. I didn't know it gave a percentage. I love the owls at the people's heads. I think they're amazing. Right, I believe as well, this is our horse that, according to the trophy list, we need to be able to ride in the normal map. So how we achieve that, I'm not 100% sure. We must gain it as a reward for something. It may even be for this, to be honest. The sad thing about this one is this guy we're about to go and see, the merchant, he died because the steward decided he was going to send us a message. So he killed him to get to us. But we are going to return his father's ring. Here he is.
Do I know you? I feel I should, as if the knots of our lives are intertwined. I was once a merchant.
And you died at the hand of a rabid dog steward. I avenged you, and have your father's ring.
How can one living traverse the Summerlands? But this means so much. I thank you, Avenger.
Avenger. That's it, done. Okay, so that is done. I'm just double checking there's no more missions here. I believe there isn't. So if I go now back to Atlas, it won't give me a percentage anymore. So when everything is 100% done, the percentage disappears. The Valley of the Kings, I believe, is now all done. That is everything. So if we travel back to Thebes, we can fast travel to be fair, save time. I think because it's not giving us a percentage, I believe that is every mission done. Now, we found we missed 2 question marks, but we still need to travel in. So if we go to this one here, we'll head across. We'll start this question mark and work our way through. I don't know where these mummies are going to be. I've got no idea how we're going to get that Afterlife horse to come as a reward. And we can't not get the trophies. We've done everything 100% to this point. To walk away now missing 3 trophies wouldn't be right, really. But I am concerned the mummies. I know these Serqet layers. Gaming did say one of them is in this area we haven't been to. But the mummies are my concern. Mainly because you would expect to find them in the Afterlife. And we haven't seen a single one. Okay, so from here, we'll travel this question mark and then we'll travel in. So, I haven't even looked how many hours we're now into the game. I think it was about 70 hours completing the main base game before DLC. So I don't know how much. I'd say we're probably 100 hours now, roughly. Or by the time we've finished, I think we will be. Which is obviously shorter than Odyssey and a lot shorter than Valhalla. And still with more content to come. I don't know what's happening with the season pass for year 2 for Valhalla. There is rumours they're adding more to Valhalla next in season 2, which I'm assuming will be, or year 2, which will be from November onwards. No one's sure if there's going to be a second season pass. I can guarantee if you bought the first season pass, it won't be valid for year 2 content. It never is. So there'll be something else you'll have to buy to be able to have the year 2 content. Although if the rumour is the Meteor DLC, and I'm hoping it's not, only because it does take away the realism massively. Unless historically there was a meteorite that hit England at some point during the Norse people coming over, which I don't personally think they did. My history could be off. I'm pretty sure it didn't happen. So a meteorite DLC would make no sense. You've looked up where the mummies are. Do you want me to tell me? Is it in the Wazat Desert? If it's in the Wazat Desert, then we don't have to worry about it. Like in terms of finding them, because we're heading there now in a minute. If it's not in the Wazat Desert, yes, please. Right, we've cleared this question mark. That's done. I'm hoping it's Wazat Desert. I really am hoping. And I believe there's a Serqet layer in the Wazet Desert, which that's the only thing that's killed us recently. So there's a little bit of a worry. That's a bit of a drop. I can jump. Right, we are heading into the new area. Let's ride in. And let's see what is here. I believe the first bit's going to be a camp. Just because there's an exclamation point which normally says help people, civilians or something like that, yeah. So first question mark is a camp. By the looks of it.
Whoa.
Oh really, in Aru? Where we just were? I didn't see a single mummy. Looks like we're going back trophy hunting then, once we finish the Wazet Desert then. I did not see a single one. Unless, the thing also though is, you know, what am I thinking as a mummy may not be what they look like.
Hey, you! Stop! This place is heavily guarded.
It's heavily guarded, but we've managed to sneak in, kill the captain, loot the treasure, and get out of here with no one knowing we're here. That's the way to do it. Dock of the Eclipse. I'm curious to what they look like. Only because I wonder, are they not what I'm expecting them to be, and is that why we didn't see them? Because it depends what your view of a mummy is, I suppose. A person wrapped in tissue paper walking towards you is kind of what's in my head, and I know that's probably completely off. I'm looking forward to going back there now and finding out what they look like. I'd be worse if we saw them and just didn't realise. Okay, viewpoint is up here. Which is hopefully where we'll get every other question mark up. The Wazet Desert, it looks a decent sized area, but there doesn't look to be much here. Although the viewpoint should highlight anything else up we haven't come across. Maybe climb along long hill here, I think. Yeah. And yeah, I don't know how we get the horse out of the afterlife either, but hopefully we'll figure that out. I'm surprised it wasn't part of a mission. I was miles off of where the viewpoint was, to be fair. The other thing with viewpoints, we can actually check the skill points. Skill points? That's about Valhalla. We can actually check our skills, and that will tell us if we've got every viewpoint. I believe there was 78 in total, including DLC. We can double check we have got them all. Synchronization. You've looked it up too. See, I pride myself on not looking these things up. Is it cheating when the people in the chat look them up for me? I'm not averse to looking things up, I just try to do things naturally, but obviously there are times it's not possible. Yeah. I don't see it as cheating. I think that's the benefit to live streaming, isn't it? That little bit of extra help. So, abilities, we have synchronized every location, 70 out of 78. I did say we'd do these every time we had 3. So we'll quickly do them while we're here. Otherwise I wouldn't bother, to be honest. We've got every skill, it's done. Right, so that viewpoint has marked up some new question marks. So there's one straight here, and then we may as well follow them around in a pattern and see what we come against. You don't see it as cheating? No, I don't see it as cheating either, to be fair. We had it with the stacking stones in Valhalla. I don't know if you saw that stream, it was a long time ago now. But Keller and Gaming were both in the chat, and we were stuck on this stacking stones for about 2 hours. It was ridiculous. But to the point that Keller then Googled and YouTubed how to stack them to make it work. Because we tried every way under the sun and just couldn't get it to work for us. And then they were trying to explain it to me in chat how to do it when the rocks look so different. I think trying to explain how to stack rocks in a live chat is quite difficult. I think we named different stones Lamborghini and stuff like that. It was quite funny by the end of it. We did manage to do it at the end though. You want to see if I can figure it out first? Okay, we'll try our best. As I say, we know of the horse in the Afterlife. I just don't know why we can't leave with it. Unless it's a reward. By the sounds of it, it's not a reward though. Come here. Right, we'll stop being attacked now by the leopards. We've cleared that question mark with something else attacking me. There it is. There's always one that just has to wait until you're about to go somewhere else. Yep, come here. Right, done. Leopards can go away for a minute. It's not a reward. You didn't see it, but some of them they did. Yeah, I think that I was saying for a while. People were complaining in the Assassin's Creed groups online about how difficult they are, and I was saying in the chat at the time, I didn't find it difficult. We were done within 5 minutes each one. They were really easy, and just as I was saying this, we got to one. I think it was in Nottinghamshire, and yeah, 2.5 hours later, we actually managed to do it. It was frustrating. But then, you may have noticed, once we get our teeth in, it's like, we generally don't give up. But yeah, that was the longest one that took. Some of them were seconds. Stack, stack, stack. And even the little bit of dialogue you get when you first come to the standing stones, the Khan stones, hadn't finished before we'd done it. It was that quick. But yeah, some of them were just horrendous. It might tell you or give you hints on the horse. Okay. That's interesting. It's interesting it's no reward. Right. So this is a snake layer. Okay. We have snakes. Quite a few snakes. My pet hater in the game. The layer's complete. I kind of think we should probably take all of them out, mainly because I wouldn't normally, because we can walk away. We've defeated the chief snake. What are you doing? I don't know why these guys were attacking me. Just randomly decided to have a go at us. You finished? Yeah, right away. We've actually put him to sleep. He's just fallen off his horse. Okay. Yeah, I normally wouldn't stay and try and deal with these snakes, but I thought, because we've got something to do with our horse still, maybe there's something we've got to do. So I just thought, while we're here, let's just deal with them all. There's someone here. Poison the snake. We can interact with the body. Okay, so we can interact with the body, but Bayek's not saying anything. There doesn't seem to be a clue to anything. I was half expecting him to say something. I've been seen. I was expecting to say. Are you really gonna? Are you seriously attacking me still? Right. Any more for any more? I don't know why these guys are still after me. So there is a guy you can interact with there, but I can't get it to actually do anything. There is a snake here, although the snake's dead, and he's taken out a hyena at the same time. Them guys have now rode off. Okay. It's a guy fighting hyena. I'm just curious to why we can interact. I think we've got to find something else first. Because we can interact with the body, but nothing comes up. I don't see that in the article, but it might. How are you supposed to know how to do it if it doesn't give you something to go by? Exactly. I've said this previously, so some trophies you come across and you think, how did someone discover that for the first time? Because there's no clue, it just randomly occurs. But I'm dying. How am I dying so much? I wasn't paying attention to people attacking us, I think, and that's where I've suddenly lost loads of health. Right, this guy's coming after us. Oh, I didn't see him coming behind us, to be fair. Right, let's actually concentrate a little bit on what we're doing. These guys, I don't know if they're going to come back after us or not. We've got the next question mark is over there. The only thing I wanted to have a quick look at, there is something here. Nothing is marked up, but it is a water hole of sorts. Little things like that on the map tells me there's generally something to see. It doesn't necessarily have to come up on the map. Again, it could be nothing. It could just be a little bit of extra something extra just to fill out the map. We've got a fish. I can hear it. I just can't see it. We've got one of the whatchamacallits, the hallucinations. Okay, this is something. I don't know what it is, but there is something here. Surely. Well, it can't just be... I would not have said this is just a random area. There's been no mission to come here. Just seems a bit of a weird area to have nothing here. But it does seem like there is nothing here. There's a little bit of loot. Ah, there is something to read. Ramesses II, king of two lands, high priest of every temple, conqueror of the enemies, ordered this well to be built so the people would never thirst. So it's a well that was ordered by Ramesses so the people never went without water. So at least it gives a bit of story to why it's here. It isn't anything else, it is just a well. Who am I to attack right now? Hyena. Okay, let's come here. Don't run away. Thank you. I just wanted to see what it was. It just seemed like it could have been something. We've got a body where the snakes were that you can interact with, but nothing seems to happen. So we'll clear the question marks and go from there. But yeah, you're right. If there's no clue to how to get the horse out of the afterlife, figuring it out naturally becomes more difficult. And obviously, it just seems weird sometimes that you can't do these things naturally. Right, we've got a treasure to clear. It is underground. By looks of things. This is the buried temple hideout. I put him to sleep, to be fair. So yeah, buried temple hideout. Which, if we're just after a treasure, shouldn't be that bad. Now, there is a chance we are missing stuff if we're rushing through some of these, I suppose. So there's two treasures in here as well, so I did miss something. Because I only marked up one. I kind of assumed there'd only be one, so I didn't hang around enough to check if there was any more. Right, this is generally why I don't rush, because I want to make sure we don't miss anything, and obviously I rushed. So where is this other treasure? loot. Other treasure is over there. That's a long way over. Unless there's more than one underground area. Which I think there is. Okay. That's a well. We're going to have to swim. That's my thinking at this point. Right, treasure we know is to the right. There's an underground passage to another area. And there is a treasure. What is this? For something so hidden away, I was just thinking it was going to be something really special. But it wasn't. Is there anything else in here? Not by the looks of it. No, I think we have to swim to get back out as well. Just want to double check there's nothing in here to look at. Just to give us any more story or anything like that. No, that is it. Something in that kind of area where you have to get to, it's hidden away. You'd kind of hope to have a little bit more with it. You'd hope there was more there than just that little treasure. That it's not even a legendary treasure; it's just a normal one. So it doesn't help us. But for the extra effort, you'd just think there'd be something more to it. There's examples, I think, not just in this one, also in Odyssey and Valhalla, where they put a lot of effort into the story, the world they've created, and there's a little bit of in place where you think could have been a little bit extra attention to detail there. But that probably is nitpicking a little bit more than we need to. Okay, on to the next question mark. That one is clear. No, it wasn't. I'm now starting to think how we get the source out now. I haven't seen anything, I've not seen a hint. We know we can ride it in the afterlife and that's it. I've not seen anything else that makes me think... What was attacking me? I don't know what was attacking me there, but something was. Who were you guys attacking? Are they attacking the civilians? Right, here we've just got a treasure to grab. Nothing more. Haven't found this last Serqet location, which is a little bit of a worry. Gaming was the one that said about it. And I was expecting to come across it by now.
Hey, wait!
Right, we need to get the fire out. I should have just set ourselves on fire and then. Okay, I don't think there's anything else here. Nope. I think there's a little bit of treasure. Nothing else. I'm now having a look around in case there's a note or something to give us a clue to anything else. Right, we've got 2 question marks left, and that is it. I've yet to see this Serqet location, which is one of the trophies we need. Which is a little bit of a worry. And I can't think of any clue for the horse, and you gave us a location for the mummies, so that's not too bad, we can go and do that. Small camps, I'm assuming 1 king, 1 treasure, would be my immediate assumption.
Halt! Stay there!
This is
attack on sight here.
the Spring of Serqet. Oh, we get to have a little bit of fun. They have my favourite weapon in the game. Oh, he's too far across, I can't hit him with it. Who else have we got here?
Can't be sure it's safe yet.
So I can't kill him with it. How does this not kill him once? You would think it would, wouldn't you? Missed him.
We must keep up.
He's going to climb up.
There you are.
I could have been a little bit more accurate, to be fair. Right, we're looking for... So I'm looking for the king. He should be around somewhere. Can't actually kill these guys with a headshot. They're both going to run up. One down. To be fair, we can just stay up here. I know there's a guy firing arrows at us.
What game is this?
Right, we still need to find the leader. We also need to find the treasure of this little camp.
Die, mongrel.
The leader is sat on a chair somewhere. Not hearing the fact we're killing all these men. There we go. Oh, he's a high level guy. It's higher than normal. It's a level 58. So it's definitely a lot higher than his men. This is definitely an end game area. Like right at the end. Okay, nothing in here. We need that treasure, which is not in here. Oh, it's there. There we go. So that's the camp complete. Oh! Trophy achieved. Sting in the tail. So this was the Spring of Serqet. I was expecting to have to kill a load more scorpions. But we didn't. That was the trophy that just popped for completing all Serqet locations. So yeah, I was expecting that to be the usual issue with scorpions, but instead didn't have to worry about them. What is here? It's just a secret way into the camp, I think. So we have one more place to do, one place to clear, and that is it. And then we're looking at these two trophies ideally. Mummy's Kathy has given us the location to go and have a look. I'm hoping I haven't spotted them and just missed it. I'm hoping it is something we just didn't notice. I'd rather that than something we'd seen and just not clicked. Freed the people. Right, where is this question mark? Bandits have decided to attack us instead. Any more for any more? Oh, you want that? They're dead. Well, if you're going to attack me, make sure you're ready to take me out. Okay, so last question mark. This is the last location we have on anything. This is the Lost Quarry outlet. And then we're just trophy hunting for 2 trophies. Treasure is there. I am just going to run in. We don't need to be true assassin style at the minute. But this is it. I will get myself on fire just for the fun of doing so. And he is down. I believe that is every location now done. We'll double check. Always double check when we think we've done it. There's always something we've missed. And it is so easy to miss the location, to be honest. Yes, we did. There is one up here, wasn't there? I think that is the last question mark. The Serqet locations are done. That is everything over here. Marked up and done. There's a little tick next to everything. This is not as bad as trying to find that. In fact, there is a secret, and if you didn't know this, I will share. We did this on the main map when we were missing one location and we thought there was only one location. You can actually highlight up uncompleted locations so it shows up. Obviously the towns and the synchronization points, viewpoints still stay up. It does actually show you any question marks you haven't done yet. It's a nice way of just checking if there's something you've missed and you just can't see it that easily. How do I get the trophy for reduce, reuse and recycle? That's the one where you have to sell 100 trinkets at once, isn't it? If that's the one I'm thinking of. Is that the one I'm thinking of? I think it is. I'm just checking the name of it to see if that is the one I'm thinking of before I say something completely different. It is. It's miles away. I don't know where. Oh, sell 100 trinkets at once. So we basically waited till we had 100 trinkets and sold them. You may have noticed we generally don't sell much at all. With Valhalla, we've yet to sell a single thing. And we've probably got another 100 trinkets here right now. But yeah, I just kept, once we, yeah, it is. It's the you have to sell 100 trinkets in one go. We basically didn't sell anything as usual, and once we got to 100, I think we got to about 105. It was hard to get. But I would say it was easy. Keller said it was bugged, and he was told by someone else that it was you wouldn't be able to do it on one playthrough. And I was like, oh, of course you are, and we did. And I think we've probably got enough there to do it a second time over. So yeah, it's easy enough to do. You just don't sell anything until you need to, and we haven't. The whole game we've not sold a single thing. But that's a habit I'm into for some reason. For some reason I don't generally sell stuff. I think the biggest example of that was Horizon Zero Dawn. The amount of stuff I was hoarding that we definitely didn't need. But yeah, no, simple trophy. Count your trinkets up, make sure you've got them, and sell them to a blacksmith in one go.
Wait a minute.
Okay, this is a camp, as they've now looked at me.
Hey, wait.
Tomb Robbers Hideout, this is. It's an interesting one. It's only treasure to get from here. But yeah, this is Tomb Robbers Hideout. Oh, I missed him. He ducked.
You're finished.
Okay. Is he hiding? He is hiding. I believe that's it. We've just got a treasure to collect. Okay, treasure to collect. Wherever the treasure is. There we go, treasure here. Now I believe that's every location done. Something flashing down there. There's a notice on the wall. Any who would do ill to this tomb, may the crocodile be against them in water, and snakes against them on land. May the hippopotamus be against them in the water, the scorpion against them on land. So it's meant to be whoever decides to rob the tombs, there is a curse put on you. For these guys, it was obviously the curse of Byac. But that isn't how it's generally intended. Right, so that is it. That is every location cleared. So, Kathy has very nicely given us the location of the mummies. I'm curious to see what it looks like. So we need to go to Aru, and it's the dock of the Eclipse. So, dock of the Eclipse is, that's the Tower of Deathless Feathers. It's there. So, for us to get there, we could actually come out here, to be fair. Travel down. Well, we might as well just go here. But yeah, we basically everything is done by these 2 trophies. So we've got to set a mummy on fire, and it's just one. And we've got to somehow get the horse out of the afterlife. That's the only one I'm unsure of. I haven't seen clue to it. I haven't seen anything that gives a hint, unless we have to buy it. That's my only. It's just popped in my head. Maybe we buy it. Although there isn't any merchants here, so it can't be buy it then. Right, dock of the Eclipse. We're looking for mummies. I'm curious to what these people are going to look like. This is the horse in question. So let us see. Otherwise I'm just going to have to set everyone on fire. This is going to be an interesting thing. We've already been here, we've cleared it because they had treasure here. Okay, so here there is people. I wouldn't say there's mummies there though. So they're, I wouldn't call them mummies. They're the guards. But is that what they mean by mummies? That's the question. They're just the normal guards. Hello gaming, how are you? Just to catch up to speed gaming, so we've completed every location in the DLC. We've got 2 trophies left to do, the mummies and the horse. The mummies, Kathy looked up the location and supposedly it's here, but these don't look like mummies to me. But we'll set them on fire anyway. They're definitely on fire, and the trophy isn't popping. That's right, no worries. So, they were the soldiers that we've seen a few times now. There's definitely no mummies here from what I can see. They're just the guards. Let's have a look around. Is there anything? There's nothing that says to me mummy, I must admit. I know it's not a mummy, but I just wanted to see what happened. No. What about... I take it I can't set that on fire. I just thought I'd check. Right. So we need to find mummies. It's the only thing we need to do is somehow find mummies. It's what class as a mummy, isn't it? So there's soldiers on there, but they're just guards. Some were having trouble finding him. Yeah, I'm surprised it wasn't a mission. Like, I would expect it to have been a mission, because that would have made a lot more sense. We've got these guards now coming towards the dock. I'm happy to set these guys on fire as well while at it. See, he's now on fire. See what? Okay, so it's just they've got resources on the boat. That is it. I am kind of confused about mummies. Right, let's have a look at the trophy once more and see what it says. I don't think it's going to give me any more clues though, to be honest. Curse the Pharaohs. Serqet locations is done. Kill a mummy by setting it on fire. And acquire eternal more. Okay, I have actually. I'm looking up the trophy for a reason because I've got no clue. And actually, it does say some mummies are large brute-type enemies which are found in afterlife areas. They look similar to outpost captains. They're found mainly in the Aru afterlife, and they're more along the eastern side of the map. And also the quest Love or Duty in Aru will lead you to a camp where a mummy resides. So he's meant to be a large brute type enemy is a mummy. I'm glad I looked because I would never have guessed it. But they look similar to large enemies. So now we just need to look for enemies that are large. And considering I just killed a load of people and none of them were the right ones. There's no enemy on that boat. There is people on this boat. We're looking for brute enemies. They look like the captains, but they are a mummy instead. See, none of those look big enough. Yeah, no worries, Catherine. No worries at all. So yeah, I had a quick look just to see if we could gain any clues, and basically it says they look like normal guards or normal captains. So they're the big brutes. So the ones that generally carry heavy weapons. That's what we're looking for. So I'm just trying to see if we can find a brute that carries a heavy weapon. That's a mummy. But I can't see one. So this is the way, when you want something to turn up, you can never see it. Yeah, still looking. At least we roughly know what we're looking for. Doesn't mean we'll find it. I didn't look at what we have to do for the horse either. Not yet. Supposedly we could have found one when we did a quest here. And I remember the quest, to be honest. But I didn't think about it at the time. I didn't look at the trophy, so I wouldn't have known. But yeah, we're looking for a mummy, basically. And they could be anywhere. But generally found in Aru. Just trying to think. If I fast travel, this may reset, is my thinking. And if it does reset, we'll have another look. But we're looking for brute type looking people. No, I still haven't got it. There are mummies in every afterlife. Okay. So maybe we try a different area, maybe. That might be a good idea, mightn't it? We'll just see if this has reset that. What's this up here? Hang on. What is that? There was a bird's nest near the synchronization point, and it said interact, and why, I don't know what that means, but we could interact with it. But no, we haven't found it. But yeah, what did you find, gaming? It's in the afterlife, yeah. At least we know roughly what we're looking for. We know they're going to be larger enemies. They look like captains. So that's a clue.
Whoa.
That's a scorpion as well. I wonder what noise was. It's a scorpion behind us. Yeah, they look like the captains you'd find in camps in the real world. But that's all the clues we've got. I'm hoping this is reset. I think it has. No, it hasn't reset in terms of enemy back. I was thinking maybe, could it be the one that's carrying the 30 iron? Yeah, it's the captains, but I don't know if they'll show up differently. Could it be the one that's carrying the 30 iron on the ship, maybe? Because they're normally bigger, aren't they? No, see, that just looks like a normal soldier. None of them looks similar to the big ones. So, what about the main temple? I think there was enemies there, weren't there? They've been spotted by the ship, I'm not overly worried. Not overly worried. Handy. Let's head to the main place. Yeah, currently, not sure. Now got scorpions after me. Or just one anyway. Currently, there will be more. Any more? Or are you dumb? Yeah, another one's after us. Yeah, now it's mummies, not jars. There's always something, isn't there? Oh, we killed it. Perfect. But yeah, there's always something that causes us an issue. Where are the mummies? We're not going doing all that all over again. So this area is off limits, so that's why I'm thinking we may find them. It's not more further up, isn't it, I think, before we get off limits. So, can we see any big lumps that possibly could be? I don't even if they'd look different though, that's the thing. So that to me looks like a normal guard. He's got a spear. I'm assuming they're going to carry a heavy blunt. Mainly because that's what the captains have. Don't know why there's a deer there. That's my assumption. Is they'll be carrying a heavy blunt, but They may not be. They decide normal guards. He looks like a normal guard. He looks like a normal guard. This is really weird. All we want is one mummy. I can't find one. Why? Why does this happen? I wouldn't say any of them look any different. They all look similar. And I'm assuming they're going to look very different. Although, I suppose not always. I'm confused. Very, very confused at this point. Just kill mummies or enemies. We'll just keep going around killing everyone until we get it. It's not a bad shout, to be honest. I just thought there'd be a visible difference, but I can't currently see one. Yeah, I'm thinking we head to the main, burn them all. I think that's probably our only hope, isn't it? We head to the main thing, burn them all. Hope it clicks. When we do find one, I want to know if I kill them. I don't want to kill them too quickly, because I actually want to know what they look like. But as far as I can tell, I have no idea. There's nothing that gives me a clue that they look a certain way. And they have to die while burning. Which obviously is an issue if they die not burning. So he definitely died of burning. You would think they would look... Yeah, I'm thinking they're going to look different, but I can't see any that do look different. So 3 hits and then burn should kill the normal guys. No one seems to be in here. There's another guy up here. So we'll just go up. We're going to kill them all because it's the only way of hoping we find what we're looking for. I'm trying to make sure they do die of burning. That's obviously the other thing. So it's 3 hits and then burning. Yeah, we can't kill them normally. They have to actually die of the burning. But he had a big shield and it wasn't him. Let's try up here. They do shriek a little bit, I'll give you that, when you do manage to get them. They do shriek a little bit. Who saw me? I don't know who saw me. I was just going to start shooting guards. I don't think I hit. Yeah, they scream a little bit when they're on fire. Now I don't think it's the arrow guys. Thing is, some of them might not count because we're killing them not whilst they're burning. He definitely died of burning, that guy. But so far, still no luck. There's 3 guards walking here. Let's just pop over and see these guys. It's also making sure the burn obviously kills them. There you go, he definitely died of burning. It says tool kill, so I'm assuming a tool kill counts as burning. Alright, anyone on here? Yeah, anything that's a tool kill, I'm assuming counts. Still not dropping. How many people in this afterlife are we going to have to kill to get this to work? And when I said I'd have this done tonight, there's always going to be one thing stopping us, isn't there? Okay, there's more people over this way. As I say, none of these look different, so I am guessing. And obviously it does, it's how you kill them as well. Because I need to make sure they're on fire when they die. There we go, they all died while on fire. Yeah, like you say, it's like the one we had previously we had issues with though, isn't it? Seems to be one trophy that causes us the most issues. There is a camp over here, the Lodge of Names. Well, let's mark it up. Let's go and have a look at the Lodge of Names, shall we? We've still got to figure out how to get the horse out of here as well. Let's see if there's anyone in the Lodge of Names that fits the description. Did you say they're in all the afterlives, not just this one? Because you may have to leave this one for it to reset. Wonder what that donkey was doing then. Right, we're looking for big, brute type characters. Not that one. So I wouldn't say any of these. Yeah, I would not say any of them. But you never know. Oh, there is a guy with a heavy weapon. See him just walking away out the back. He's got a heavy weapon. So there's a very, very small off chance that it's a mummy.
I should be cautious around.
Because that's normally what the captains have. Right. I think that's a mummy. I think we have found him. Now I just need to make sure he dies on fire. I can't kill him with my bow. He made a different noise. Trophy achieved. Trophy achieved. It's done. Pyromaniac is done. He made a different noise when he was on fire. It wasn't a shriek. It was like a shuddering noise. It was different. We found one. We killed him. Trophy achieved. Now, there is one trophy that remains to finish off the game. One trophy. Thank you very much, gaming. Thank you for all your help, Caffeine Gaming. Massively appreciated. Definitely needed. I have no idea how we get the horse to leave the afterlife. There is no quest for it. I can't see anything for it. It's got an outfit. When did we get an outfit? Oh, Serqet. Oh, we got. Okay, I didn't know this. We got Serqet's carapace. Goddess, you who protects from the skittering, slithering things, you who guards for on his night voyage. The world encircle holds no dominion over you. So that was obviously for doing the Serqet thing. But yeah, I have no idea. Thank you both, much appreciated. Now the difficulty one. I have no clue how we do this because I don't know what it entails. So it is the one trophy I want to look up because I don't understand how you can get this how you can do it. But at least we've done it. I'm being attacked by something. What been that way? Oh, people over there. I see you sneaking up on me. I saw him sneaking up on me. To be fair, I'm not really in a safe location, am I? Right, so the only trophy left to do is the Dark Horse trophy. Ah, we have to visit a stables and purchase it. Seriously? So unless you go into every shop and see what you can buy, which because we don't generally buy anything, we stopped buying stuff and we didn't need supplies anymore. We would never have gone there to do so. I don't know where it is. It's here. We can't fast travel to there. Why can't I'm in combat, I think, isn't it? Yeah, I'm in combat, so that's why I can't fast travel for a second. But yeah, when would you... I suppose you would have figured it out if you look at all the shops. But we don't, because we don't buy anything. So I suppose you could see it and go, I'll buy that. And you'll obviously see the name. But it wouldn't be something I would think of automatically. Fairly straightforward trophy though. But I understand what you were saying earlier, Lisa, about it, that it's not something you'd think of doing off the cuff. Unless, of course, you went to the Afterlife, liked it. But, yeah. How many people went and bought it not knowing about the trophy, I wonder? And how many people went and got it knowing the trophy was related to it? That'd be the interesting statistic. And to be fair, this is the last trophy we need, and we may probably be on spot on 2 hours. Yeah, if you didn't, yeah, I completely understand what you were saying now, Kathy. Because you've got no need to go to every stable, though, have you? And not at this stage of the game. That's the thing. You've kind of got what you use, and that's about it.
Ah, hello, hello.
So Eternal Maw, there we go.
Good.
Trophy achieved. Dark Horse. Done.
Come back often.
It was as simple as that. So that is every trophy achieved then. I'll double check. Ooh, I think we're done. I think Origins is over. Yeah. Every trophy. Now, there were 2 trophies for the Discovery Tours. In fact, there's 3 trophies for Discovery Tours. I have done 1 because I've done a Discovery Tour. So if I want everything, I need to actually go and do the other 2. But they're taking part in tours. They're very simple to get if I really, really want to do them. So are you going to do Witcher? We are waiting before we do the Witcher. So what we're thinking is Assassin's Creed 3 for tomorrow night. And we'll start down the daytime streams. Witcher will come after Siege of Paris. Obviously, The Witcher I don't want to get into and then have to stop for when Siege of Paris comes out. So I'd rather wait to start it. I think that's probably the best option at this point. So yeah, that's kind of the thinking at this point. But yeah, Origins is done. I'm glad we played it. I'm not going to, criticise it or anything. Where should we fast travel to? We're about to see. Well, I'm going to have to do a video on a review anyway. So we'll do a review video. I have started a new playlist with his review videos, and obviously we only review a game once we've done everything in that game, so it's got to be 100% done, DLC the lot. That's when we finally do a review, because you see all these people that do reviews on games, but it's before they've played them, or they've played an hour or a couple of hours. I don't think you can do an honest review of anything unless you've done everything there is that game has to offer. So we don't do reviews on new games until we've actually done them ourselves. But that, yeah, it's weird saying Origins is done, because story was fantastic. DLCs were very good. Maps are brilliant. I can't. There's a couple of things that probably could have been better, but I'm probably nitpicking quite a bit, to be fair. But they're small little details. How many hours? Good shout. So we'll have to come out again. So I don't think I can do it any other way, can I? Options. I'm just looking because I don't think I can. No, I need to come out to the title screen and then go to our load, which is fine. That's not a problem. We are done anyway. So we will do that, and then we'll see how many hours. But yes. So say goodbye to Egypt, and then we'll go and have a look at hours. The more I sat on that page and talked, obviously the hours will start racking up, and we don't want them to. So yeah, do you know what? The one bugbear I've had, a big bugbear for the whole of Origins, is the lack of manual saves. And I think it's just because I worry about the saves. So an autosave is fantastic, but when that's all you've got to rely on, there's always that chance you've lost an hour or two of playing it has an autosave. And you go in not knowing exactly where you're going to start. But 96 hours and 50 minutes. That's it. 96 hours and 50 minutes. Doesn't sound that long. Valhalla, we're over 200. We're at 234 and counting, with Siege of Paris to come. Odyssey, I can't think offhand how many hours Odyssey was, but obviously the review video should tell us. I'm pretty sure I put it in it. It should have been in the... I normally say. Let's have a look. Details. I didn't put it in the about section. It's weird. I do have another way of finding out though. I just won't. I just won't see chat for a second. So I'm curious myself. I want to see. We know what obviously Valhalla is. The longest save game going. The one I'm most concerned about losing at some point as well, which isn't brilliant. Odyssey. Because I would have mentioned it in the review, I just didn't put it in the about section. I need to go through some of my files on the laptop and go through what we've got. I actually can't find my review. Sometimes I don't keep the actual written side of it. It's a little bit annoying. Riders of the Dawn. I don't think I've got it. I can't remember how many hours we did in Odyssey. I may have actually. I'm just curious to the difference in time. Obviously Valhalla's massive. I did talk a bit about that, didn't I? I'm trying to find. So Odyssey was 174 hours. 174 hours for Odyssey. Yeah, they've definitely made them longer. I went into this thinking Origins would be probably on par time-wise with Odyssey. But in fact, it's the shortest out of the three. By quite a long way. But there are reasons for that, I would have said. But it was an exceptionally enjoyable game. And there's nothing I can say that I didn't really enjoy. And at no point, even when clearing, it never became a chore. And I think the day that a game becomes a chore, when you're trying to clear up the other little bits around the map, that's when it hasn't done enough to keep you interested. And that's a bad thing. And I can't say it's done that. The side quests were good. The main quests were good. The story was interesting. It pulled you in. The quest, and the quest, you know what? Strangely, the quest that still sticks in my head out of all of them is the girl tied to the bottom of the ocean, of the river. That quest just sticks because it's such a poignant, distressing scene, I suppose. Yeah, we're at 234 hours after yesterday's festival, and with the Siege of Paris DLC to come, which I think is going to add about another 20 hours, maybe 30 hours on top. You're looking at 260. Then there is talk of Year 2 content. So if that comes as well, that could even end up over 300 hours in total. Which is madness for one save file, I must admit. It worries me to have a save that large. In case it gets corrupted, as people have had when they load into the festival. Or tried to. But yes, that is it. Origins, Egypt is done. And it is our 4th platinum. And I was saying the other day that how our 5th platinum will probably be The Witcher, but I think I'm going to be wrong in that because Mass Effect, we're still doing the episodes 4. I think that may get a platinum sooner than The Witcher. I think if we want to start Assassin's Creed 3, I think I haven't looked at trophies. I don't know anything about trophies, which I always go in blind to start with until we get towards the end. There is always a risk, not risk, but we may get number 3 done first and get the platinum for that. I'm seriously thinking. I always said the articles I'm writing for Signus Labs, the money will be reinvested into the channel, and I think we are, maybe not this month, but next month, depending how things go. I am thinking of getting PS Now, so we've got a massive choice of games that way. Especially with all the suggestions, they don't have to be live streamed, they can be episodic, so at least we can do them. But yeah, it's been a fantastic game. Thank you to you guys, thank you Kathy, thank you Gamer, thank you to all of you guys who have joined in the streams of Origins. It's been a really enjoyable game to stream, and if you haven't played it yourself, I thoroughly suggest it. I think it was Super Colaby that was on the other day, and he was watching some of it, and he went and bought it. Yeah. So keep an eye out for the review. I don't know when I'll have a chance to record it. I'm going to try and record it next week. So towards the end of next week, hopefully, we'll have the review out. And yeah, tomorrow evening is the next live stream. There's always content coming up on the channel, as you guys know. And the new PlayStation Plus 3 games are coming out. Well, they'll be out for you to download as of next week. If you don't know what they are, little cheeky plug. Go and look up Signus Labs, which is also, the website is also on the About section of all the videos. And there's an article there for the next PlayStation Plus games of all the dates of when they are ready to be downloaded. Cheeky little plug to myself there. But yeah, that is it. So as always, thank you guys. Thank you for the likes, the comments, and the conversation. We need to say goodbye to Egypt. And tomorrow, we start somewhere else. Thank you guys. Enjoy your evening or your afternoon, wherever you are. And we'll see you again very, very soon. As always, thank you for watching. Bye bye.